trying to channel some type of greatness from somewhere. Maybe the great Bon Jovi could loan some of his greatness to the Knicks, which I highly doubt. I don't think anyone could lend to the Knicks as they can't lend to themselves these days. But huge day in college basketball yesterday. If you do follow college basketball, huge day. Couple of huge games. The ACC was up for grab yesterday. Syracuse versus Virginia. Virginia came out with that nod in a great finish against the 'Cuse. But since everyone seems to be so consumed with losing Knick basketball, which I am too, because my heart also aches for the Knicks, we have to speak about the Knicks, seeing how they do play basketball in the Mecca, in our Mecca, New York City. And I tell you what, they say good things come to those who wait. I've waited. I continue to wait. We've waited, and nothing good has come yet. And I have no reason to believe that anything good is coming, as we don't even have a draft pick. So it's not even like we could say, let's chalk this year up to a bad year and we're going to get someone great. No, we're not getting any help, no help to ensue unless we win that ping pong ball, which is a lottery, which is why they call it the lottery. So, you know, we can't rely on that. We cannot rely on that. So the Knicks have seemed to reach an all-time low, as they're not even trying anymore. It seems as if all morale is lost. I do think the last Raymond Felton issue, though it was off-court, may have served to be the straw that has broken the camel's back. And oh yeah, I've been giving Melo credit, and I've been, you know, on the Melo bandwagon, because this year is one of the greatest years that I've seen from Carmelo Anthony, which is saying a lot because he is a great player. Last game I kind of seen him give up a little bit. Now, can I blame Melo for giving up? I'm not going to say that I totally blame Melo for giving up. You know, it's just that at this juncture of the season, I don't even think they can make the playoffs. So why should I think that? Why should I think that? Knicks, 6.5 games back out of the 8th playoff spot. They could have helped themselves, helped their cause against the Warriors, which would have been a far cry, seeing how the Knicks played absolutely no defense. And when you play no defense against the Warriors, you allow 72 points in the first half, as they did. So again, New York Knicks, why should I think you're making the playoffs? You could have closed some ground in Charlotte. Charlotte was playing San Antonio. Pretty far-fetched to think Charlotte was going to beat San Antonio, and as I thought, they didn't. But then again, why would I think you guys could beat the Warriors, right? And tall task for the Knicks today, trying to close ground yet again against the Chicago Bulls, who I must say are playing some of the best ball that they've experienced this season. Now, Tom Thibodeau, great coach. Tom Thibodeau is seems that he can overcome just about anything, right? I mean, we all know he's lost Derrick Rose, right? He's lost Bayanelli, who's in San Antonio playing terrific basketball. He's lost the service of Nate Robinson, and through trade, quarter way through the season, he's also lost Luol Deng. If I told you all of those variables, you might think that the Knicks may actually have a better record than Chicago, which on the contrary, they do not. Tom Thibodeau, in my eyes, should be given serious consideration for Coach of the Year. He seems to just pull wins out of his hat. And, you know, one thing that you could be sure with Tom Thibodeau is that he hangs his hat on the defensive side of the basketball. So, the Bulls are in almost every game. Because, you know, though they are anemic offensively, they can't seem to find too much offense. They do play defense, and we do know defense will keep you in the game. That being said, the Knicks are playing against Chicago tonight. They're playing against Chicago tonight, the 32-26 Chicago Bulls, who are now 17-10 at home. We do know the Knicks are 19-18 away from the Garden, 9-18 away from the Garden. Can you believe that? Despicable. And we also know that the Knicks are 21-38 at this point in the season, and there is no light at the end of the tunnel, ladies and gentlemen. I don't like to wake up and bash the Knicks. It isn't something that I like to do, but it's something that has to be done. So, as I alluded to earlier, Chicago is offensively anemic, but They've won 9 of their last 10 games, and out of those 9 out of 10 games, they've been averaging 103 points per, which is 10 points up from the 93 they were averaging previously to this point. So they're on the rise, guys. They're playing basketball the right way, distributing the ball, playing defense, and rebounding the basketball, protecting the goal. They're playing the right way. 103 points, they're shooting 46% from the field over their last 10 games. The Knicks now, conversely, over their last 5 games have been allowing 116 points. Yes, 116 points, 46.4% from the three-point line to the opposition, which I don't see any way a team could win allowing those type of numbers. It's just impossible, isn't it? And as anemic as Chicago seems to be, they actually have 5 guys in their team that average double-figure points, right? Think about it. They have Joakim Noah, Taj Gibson, DJ Augustine is giving them double digits this year, Mike Dunleavy, and Carlos Boozer. The only other guy who's up in double-digit scoring for the Knicks is Raymond Felton, and he's giving you 10, and J.R. Smith, who's giving you 12. And 10, I say very loosely for Raymond, because it's 9.9. But as we all learned in 3rd grade math, we round up. So I'm going to round up and give him the 10. So that's 3 players that score in double digits for the Knicks currently. So if you took away the services of the great Carmelo Anthony, who gives you 28 points a game, who's averaging 33 points over his last 7 games, where would the Knicks be? It's hard to imagine they could be any worse than they are this year, but they would be in a lot worse position. So the Knicks are just, this season has been abysmal. They're dreadful. As I said before, they're allowing 116 points to the opposition. Chicago's coming in averaging 103 points, so that's not a good thing. We do know Chicago plays our lock-up defense. That isn't a good thing for the Knicks because they can't score and they can't play defense. So, you know, just terrible, man. It's just terrible stuff. And also, can you believe that Chicago has now newly acquired Jimmer Fredette? And you might say to yourself, ooh, Jimmer Fredette. Let me tell you something about Jimmer Fredette, who had his career high on the Knicks. Previously in this season at the Garden, in Madison Square Garden, 24 points. Yes, he did. Jimmer Fredette now plays for Chicago. And if you follow my blog at all, Ray Mitchell and NYC on Tumblr, you see the Knicks have conceded 15 season high or career highs this season, which directly correlates to their defense. I mean, the way Mike Woodson's philosophy is switching on every screen, it directly correlates to that. You cannot switch on every screen against NBA players. It is just dreadful to watch. I mean, God forbid we pour all of our money into the Knicks. Guys like a good friend of mine, Anthony Madadi, who I've seen at Knick games and has been to plenty Knick games this year. The Knicks owe him on tax return. The product that they're putting out on the court is totally dreadful. All right? It is absolutely sickening what the Knicks are doing this season. No effort put forth by the New York Knicks this season. And Mike Woodson, I'm sorry to say, I don't call for anyone's job. He has to go. So again, all the numbers are leading to Chicago winning tonight, which they will. They will win tonight, ladies and gents. Let's not get that twisted. They're 17-10 at home. They happen to be at home tonight, and well, today at 1 o'clock, and that's what's going to happen. Chicago will win this game, not because they're so much better than the Knicks, because Tom Thibodeau is better than Mike Woodson, and the effort that they put forth is greater than the Knicks' effort. So again, the Knicks will lose tonight, and that's that, man. You've been watching my analysis of the upcoming Knicks game and the way the Knicks play basketball, which, again, is very poorly. You've been watching Ray Mitchell. I'm on the couch here. Tune into my next show. Hit up my blog spots, Tumblr, Ray Mitchell NYC. I just finished blogging about the NCAA tournament, which is on a lighter note. All right, New York. So watching the game tonight, and we're going to hope for the best and expect for the worst, as usual.